Hey everybody, welcome to math. We have finally finished session 4 and we're moving on to session 5. What you're going to need today is your math notebook to write in, a pencil to write with, the addition table from your student workbook that we've been coloring, and a positive attitude. If you need to pause the video while you go get these materials, go for it. Okay, got your materials? Well, here we go, and hopefully the video won't get cut off today. Alright. So we are still going to be learning about addition strategies to solve addition problems, and you're going to know you have it when you can identify and solve add 9 facts. So we're going to learn a new strategy today. To briefly, or that just means quickly, go over our other strategies, we have add 0 facts, doubles facts, count on facts, make 10 facts, doubles plus or minus 1 facts, and now we're going to add in add 9 facts. Okay, ready? I would like us to start by getting our math notebook out. You should have one, or you should have picked one up on Friday. If you did not pick one up on Friday at the school and you need one, please have your parents get a hold of me and we can set up a time to get a notebook to you. I want to go over really quick how to use a notebook. This might seem silly to you, but I just want to go over it so we're all on the same page and how we use it. When you use a notebook, and you're taking notes for class, you start on the first page. And then when you're done with that page, you move on to the second page. And what this does is it helps us stay organized. Sometimes we like to just open up the book to a random page and write down stuff. Well, then when we want to go back and find it, we don't know what page it's on, and that can get kind of confusing. So we want to make sure that we start at the front and that we're going page by page. On your very first page, I just want you to write a title of math. And I'm going to use a pen, but I want you to try and use a pencil in your books. I'm using a pen so you can see it. A pencil you can't really see on the camera. M-A-T-H. And we're going to leave this page blank other than that. So on page number 1, you're just writing the word math. If you need time, pause the video. If you don't, let's just continue. Okay. We are going to turn to page number 2, and if you want to get really fancy, you could even number them at the bottom corner if you wanted to. You don't have to. When we are using our notebooks and we are using a page for a day, we're going to write the date in the corner. So up top here, I want you to write the date, which for you it's going to be 9-28-20. And I sometimes like to box it in. I don't know, something kind of cute. When you're done with that, or pause the video, and when you're done with that, go ahead and push play. Okay, when I ask you to get your workbooks out and do work in there, sometimes I'm going to have you take a picture of your work at the end, and sometimes I'm not. It's not going to be every time, but it will be sometimes. So it's better to just write the stuff down and not have to go back and rewatch the video if I ask you to take a picture of it. We will still have times where we're using our whiteboards, but when I ask you to get your math workbooks out, your math notebooks out, I need us to actually have the notebook out and be writing in it, and I try to write in it too at the same time so you can see what I'm looking for. So I want you to take a minute and I want you to write down these problems and solve them. 10 plus 4. I'm just going to write them across in a straight line. 7 plus 10. And you want to try to write in between the lines, not on top of the lines. I know some of us have bigger handwriting, and that's okay. But you really don't want to be just writing huge across the middle of your paper, or you're going to have to take like 3 pictures at the end if I ask for a picture that day. 3 plus 10, 9 plus 10, and 2 plus 10. I want you to pause the video and solve these problems. Okay, did you solve them? Alright, let's go through the answers real quick. 10 plus 4 is 14. 10 plus 7 is 17, 10 plus 6 is 16, 3 plus 10 is 13, 9 plus 10 is 19, and 2 plus 10 is 12. Okay, so we know these as add 10 facts. I want you to look back at these facts, and I want you to think which one was the easiest to solve. Which one was the easiest to solve? In the past, some third graders have said like 10 plus 4 is easiest to solve just because the 10's on the top. Sometimes when the 10's on the bottom, it kind of confuses our brain and we think it's harder than what it is. Some people said that 2 plus 10 was the easiest because they could just count up 2. Did you have any other ones that you thought were the easiest? If you did, why don't you circle it? So you could circle the one that you thought was the easiest. I wish I could talk to you right now because I would love to know what kind of strategies you use to solve this. Are you visualizing it? Are you using a number line? Are you counting up? I really am curious how you are solving it. Okay, you can put down your pencil for a minute and just focus on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and open our number rack. And I'm going to show you the equation 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 4. So we're ignoring what's going on over here. I guess you don't have to, you can use it, so I don't want to say ignore it, but the equation is over here. 9 plus 4. I want you to look at this and think, how could you solve this? What strategies could you use to solve 9 plus 4? Pause the video and I want you to think about it. Push play when you're ready to go. Okay, so what strategies did you come up with? Some of you guys might have counted on. You said 9, and then you might have gone 10, 11, 12, 13. Some of us might have gone like this. Some of us might have taken 1 away from our bottom number and gave it to our top number, and that created 10 on the top plus 3 equals 13. So they took 1 away from the bottom number and added it to our top number to make it to 10, because 10 is usually pretty, I don't want to say easy, I don't like that word easy, because sometimes things that are easy for me aren't easy for you, or some things that are easy for you are not for me. Adding 10 tends to be a little bit easier than adding with other numbers. This fact right here is a 9 fact. To solve this fact, we just moved 1 over to make it a 10 fact. And that's what we're going to focus on today. So I'm going to show you another example. If I have, let's say, 9 plus 7. So if I have 9 plus 7, how could I solve that using a 10 fact? Any ideas? Go ahead and pause the video and think about it. How could I make this a 10 fact? All right, you're back. So to make it a 10 fact, I would take away 1 from the bottom number, so that would turn 7 into a 6. And I would have to give it to the top number, and that would turn that number into a 10. 10 plus 6 equals 16, and 9 plus 7 equals 16. Kind of making sense? Maybe? I wish I could see your little faces smiling up at me. Okay, this time what I want you to do is pick up your pencil, and you are going to write down the fact. I'll show you what I mean when I get there. So I'm going to do 9 plus 5. So on your paper, on your notebook, I want you to write the equation 9 plus 5 equals, pause the video if you need more time, and I want you to now think, how would I make that into a 10 fact? Pause the video if you need some time to think about it. Okay, so to make this a 10 fact, we're going to take away 1 from the bottom number and add it to the top number. So we're going to take 5 and make it a 4, and 9 turns to 10. So on your in your notebook, I want you to write underneath of that one, 10 plus 4. You can see how this number went down 1 and this number went up 1. Well, 10 plus 4 we can solve by, we have it up there, but off the top of our head is 14. So that must mean 9 plus 5 equals 14. Now we're going to try and do it without using the number rack visual. So here's what I want you to do. Take a stretch if you need to. Pause the video and take a stretch. But if you don't need to take a stretch, let's get going. I want you to take your pencil and I want you to write the equation 9 plus 6. And you can write equations either way. You can write them sideways, up and down. It doesn't matter. So I have these ones are sideways. These ones are up and down. And I want us to change this into a tens fact. Pause the video if you need time to write it down. Okay, so to change it into a tens fact, I'm going to take 1 from the 6 and give it to the 9 to make it 10. This is just a little visual for you. So this would turn it into a 10, plus if I took 1 away from 6, it's going to be 5. Very good. 10 plus 5 is 15, so 9 plus 6 is 15. Okay, let's try one more in our book. Let's do 8 plus 9. How can I make that into a tens fact? Pause the video while you see if you can figure it out. Okay, so you circle the 8, and you're going to give 1 from the 8 to the 9. And that makes the bottom number a 10 and the top number a 7. So now I have 7 plus 10, which would equal 17. And I hope I'm getting these right today. Sometimes when I'm doing math in front of the class or on video like this, I'm focusing more on the teaching part and not always being accurate with my answers. So if I ever do make a mistake, please let me know. Okay, now it's on to our coloring. So we are going to be coloring the add 10 and add 9 facts in. We are going to start by looking at the add 10 facts. We're going to take our purple coloring utensil and we're going to color in the legend key over here, purple, for add 10 facts. And then we're going to go through our number or addition table here and color all of the add 10 facts purple. So to find the add 10 facts, I'm going to go to the 10 row because that's where most of them are going to be, actually all of them. And so this one is an add 10 fact. I'm just going to put a line through it. This whole row is an add 10 fact. And then when I get to one that hasn't been colored in, I'm going to color it in. So if it's been colored in before, we're just putting slashes in it. But if it hasn't been colored in before, you need to color it in as we cross it. So this whole row, and then slash, slash. And then we're going to do this whole column. So a slash, a slash, a slash. Then we're coloring in all of these purple. And again, pause the video if you need to. And then we're going to do slash, and then
double slash.
Alright, lastly we have our add 9 facts. My marker's dead. Gotta go. Okay, try this again. Color in the add 9 facts, brown in the legend. And then we're going to go down the 9, across the 9 row and down the 9 column and color in all of our 9 facts. So again, if it has been colored in before, you're just putting a slash through it. Then you're coloring in all of these ones. All these 9s. Slash, slash, slash. Then we're going to go to the row. This one's already... So you'll notice I made a mistake. I was doing the wrong row, so I just put oops next to it. You can do the same thing on your work if you make a mistake. So we're going to go to the 9s row and go through it and color it in. And then put slashes through it. Okie dokie, we are done. Once you're done with that, you are done with your addition table for today. You can go ahead and close that workbook. Okay, for our assignment for today, you are going to log on to Quizizz using the link and code I put in the assignment, and you are going to be answering some adding 10 and adding 9 facts. I do not need a picture of your notebook today. Let's think if there's anything else. I don't think so. Have a great day.